on, you guys? So, in the past, I made a video talking about my struggles with ADD and OCD as a kid, and the different hurdles I had to overcome day in and day out. Living life with these conditions, and it was nothing short of debilitating. It was nothing short of exhausting, and still to this day, it's debilitating. It's life-altering. It's something I think a lot of people don't understand, and it's one of those things where, like, unless you're in my shoes, unless you've walked a mile in my shoes, if you're on the outside looking in, you have no idea what I go through. You have no idea what living life with these conditions is like, because you haven't been there, you know. And what's really irritating is a lot of people still think it's like a made-up condition. A lot of people still don't take ADD, ADHD, OCD, all those things seriously. They don't take them seriously. They think they're made-up conditions. And that's super frustrating, because for those of us like myself, you know, who have to wake up every morning and fight one battle after another just to get through the day with these things, we know just how legit it is, you know? So to hear people just write it off like it's some bullshit, like it's made up for people who just want the easy way out, very, very disheartening, because, like I said, I wake up, I go through these battles day in and day out. You know, it's not like I wake up in the morning and I'm ready to get the day rolling. You know, it's not like I wake up and I'm excited to go about the day because I know today's gonna go smooth. I know it's gonna go smooth, no hurdles. No, I mean, we all have shit we have to deal with, right? We all have things we have to deal with on a daily basis. Everybody's got different issues, right? Everybody has a different story. Everybody has a different road, right? But my road, from the second I wake up in the morning, is tough, because I'm either forgetting something, because the ADD has me by the balls with a vice grip, you know? It's little things like forgetting where I put my wallet, or, you know, forgetting where I left my car keys, or misplacing an important paper document I need for work, yada, yada, yada. The list goes on, right? And this is like, it's not just like once in a while. This is like a couple times a week where I misplace something significant. And the stress of continuously misplacing these things, and knowing you just saw it an hour earlier, but for whatever reason, it's going to take you 6 hours to find it. You guys try to tell me that shit wouldn't get maddening, you know, and that's how it is for me. It's chaos, you know, and that's just like the forgetful part of it. It's like, I like to describe it as short-term memory loss. It's like fucking Alzheimer's for younger people, you know. Not that extreme, but, you know, it's kind of the same thing in terms of, you know, you do shit and you forget. You forget what you just did, or you forget some of the specifics of what you just did, and it complicates the next step, the next thing. You know, my mom told me the other day, she told me that somebody told her that having ADD is like reading a book, right? Reading like one of those picture books and having every other page missing. So like, you're reading a page, then you flip to the next page, and all of a sudden you're like 2 steps ahead, 2 pages ahead, you know? And it leaves you lost and confused, like, well, what the hell? You know, where's the bridge in between? Where's the page that is supposed to bridge this gap? You know, and then so, like, it just plays tricks with your mind, because now your mind's racing. You're going, what the fuck's going on here? You know? And it's like, I feel like you wake up, right? You only have a certain amount of energy in the tank on a daily basis, whether it's mental energy, physical energy, emotional energy. Well, for me, in my opinion, with my ADD and my OCD, I wake up and say I have a full cup, right? I have a full cup of energy just like everybody else. Hold on a minute. Oh, excuse me, bless me. Sorry, guys. So I wake up, I have the same amount of energy as everybody else, but because of ADD and OCD, that energy drains twice as fast because I have to deal with all sorts of shit that people who don't have it don't have to deal with. Okay, so between the distractions, the obsessions, which would be the OCD, right, and the obsessive thoughts that lead to the behaviors to ease the anxiety of these obsessive thoughts, which are the compulsions, right? All these different things. Mental. Obviously, it's physical too, but just think about all that extra work my brain is having to do on a daily basis. And little things. And it's overthinking everything. If something means something to me, anything to me, I'm overthinking it to the point of exhaustion and then beyond, you know? So put yourself in a situation where you overthink something and take that times 10, you know, tenfold. That's what it's like for me on a daily basis, you know? So if say I'm going to take part in an event that's 2 or 3 months away, right? I'm thinking about that shit a lot every single day leading up to it, okay? So by the time the week of the event comes around, mentally I'm tanked, I'm drained, man. I've been thinking about it for months. You're talking 60 to 90 days of thinking of this shit repeatedly on a daily basis. And although it might be exciting, you know, it might be something I get pumped up thinking about, it's still exhausting, which kind of minimizes its thrill by the time it comes around, because you're so tired of thinking about it, man, because you've been there a million times in your head. You've been there a million times in your head. And now it's almost like you're ready to do it, get it over with. And that's not a place you want to be at mentally. You know, going into something that you're excited about, something you're looking forward to. That's not where you want to be, in between your ears. But with OCD, I can't help it. It's the obsessions, you know. It's thankfully I don't deal with the same stuff I dealt with as a kid. So a lot of the stuff I deal with as an adult are just getting distracted very easily, and the obsessive thoughts, and just the exhaustion that comes with obsessing over things repeatedly, all day, every day. It drains the mental batteries quick, you guys, and it's hard to explain. You know, if you're on the outside looking in, you're not going to get it, you're not going to grasp it. But I'm trying to put you guys in a place, in a position where you can maybe understand a little bit what it's like living life with both these things. You know. And the ADD is taxing on its own, because you're just distracted by everything, by minor things that most people can just tune out. You know, but I'm constantly pulled away from what I'm trying to focus on. I'm pulled away, and I have to pull myself back constantly throughout the day. And that, yeah, man, it zaps the batteries. It zaps the mental energy. So it's a constant battle every single day, you guys, day in and day out. And this isn't like, you know, me trying to get anyone to feel bad for me, or you know, I don't know, to make excuses for why my life has gone the way it has. This is just reality, man. This is my reality. I'm not making this shit up. My life has not been a smooth road, man. It has not been easy. And it's been one bump in the road after another. And I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't think these two things, ADD and OCD, didn't play a big role in it. You know, but it's the hand I've been dealt, and I just have to try to make the most of it. But there are days, I'm not gonna lie, there are days when I feel I start to feel sorry for myself. You know, it can get hard not to, because things that should be easy, everyday tasks that most people don't struggle with are difficult and present challenges, and that it just sucks. You know, some days you're like, why me? Why the fuck why the fuck do I have to deal with this? Like, why was this shit thrown on my plate? You know? And I wouldn't wish these conditions on anybody. Okay? Nobody. I mean, these aren't any conditions that are going to keep you from being able to live life, right? They're not. But they're conditions that are going to make you struggle on a daily basis, and they're conditions that are going to make you, really have to dig deep just to get through things that a lot of people don't have to deal with. It's just tough, man. These are just conditions. It's chemical imbalances in the brain or whatever it is. I mean, it makes life tough. So yeah, I don't know. If any of you guys struggle with either one of these things, you guys are an adult, share your challenges, man. Share your battles. Let's talk about it. I would love to hear some of the things you guys go through on a daily basis, because I know I'm not alone in this. There is some comfort in sharing your story with other people who suffer from the same shit, Anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this thing up. I hope I was able to give you guys a little bit of insight into what life as an adult for me is like with ADD and OCD.